up to this we have seen structure of flower, male reproductive whorl, that is androecium, its members, what we called stamen, then how male gametophyte and two male functional haploid male gametes are developed. In this video we have to study structure of female reproductive whorl, that is gynoecium, also known by term pistil. Then after, structure of ovule and development of female gametophyte, also known by term embryo sac. So in last you have seen female reproductive whorl of flower is gynoecium, also known as pistil. So these two terms are familiar to you. Member of gynoecium we call it as carpel or megasporophyll. You must remember alternative names of each and every term or part as far as entrance exam is concerned. So I have highlighted it, I have underlined it. Then carpel, single carpel, many carpels. If there are many carpels, how they occur? They may be free. We call that condition as apocarpus. Apo meaning free. In last year you have seen this term apocarpus. Example मायकेलिया. मायकेलियाला मराठीमध्ये म्हणतो पिवळा चाफा किंवा सोनचाफा असं म्हणतो. And in second condition, carpels, they may be fused, they are united. Fuse meaning syn. So condition is called syncarpus gynoecium or syncarpus condition. As in case of brinjal, you are familiar with brinjal, that is vanga. So you remember these two conditions of carpel, apocarpus, syncarpus and their respective examples. Also you are familiar with fact that typical carpel consists of basal ovaries, style and stigma. So in last video you have seen this diagram of carpel having basal bulbous ovary which produces ovule, median elongated hollow style and upper receptive region. As it receives pollen, it is a receptive stigma. That is the structure of typical carpel. Coming to the original typical carpel, it consists of three parts: ovary, style and stigma. Just you have seen its diagram. Now here we have seen function of ovary. Ovary produces ovules. Number of ovules are there or single ovule is there. Again ovules, depending on their number, they may be ovary, it may be uniovulate, as in case uni meaning single ovule is produced, as in case of paddy. You are familiar with paddy meaning rice, भात किंवा तांदूळ म्हणतो आपण. आणि सेकंड एक्झाम्पल इज ऑफ व्हीट. सो जनरली ऑल सिरियल्स तृणधान्य आहेत ही कशी आहेत? युनिओव्ह्युलेट. and multi-ovulate condition occur in case of common lady's finger, or you are familiar with tomato, you are familiar with brinjal, you are familiar with chili. Number of ovules are there which finally produces seeds. So ovule, depending on their number, they fall under two categories: uniovulate and multi-ovulate. Here examples are important of different condition. It may come for MCQ or 1 mark question. So uniovulate condition, example paddy and wheat. Multi-ovulate condition, as in case of lady's finger, bhenda. Second example I have told brinjal, chili and so on. Now as far as female reproductive structure, gynoecium is concerned, important part is structure of anatropous ovule, which is that type anatropous ovule. Anatropous ovule is common, or it is commonly occurring ovule in majority of angiosperm. Anatropous ovule या majority मध्ये angiosperm plant मध्ये common आहे. So how can we define that ovule? In a simple term, it can be defined as integumented megasporangium. So it is a megasporangium having outer covering called integument. Integument meaning covering. Megasporangium having covering in the form of integuments. So ovule can be defined as integumented megasporangium. Now when ovule is inverted म्हणजे उलटा, with downward micropyle. Micropyle is a small opening. It is called anatropous ovule. So that is a definition of anatropous ovule. May come for MCQ or 1 mark question. So what is anatropous ovule? An inverted ovule with डाउनवर्ड मायक्रोपाईल. मायक्रोपाईल किंवा ओपनिंग कुठे असतं? डाउनवर्ड, खालच्या साईडला. वी कॉल इट ॲज एनाट्रोपस ओव्ह्यूल. Just I have told it is most common type of ovule in angiosperm. In previous paper it have come for 1 mark question MCQ. Which is most common type of ovule in angiosperm? Anatropous ovule. Now here it is a ovule which undergo important process to produce megaspore called megasporogenesis. So megasporogenesis take place within ovule. Which is that process? Formation of megaspores, megasporogenesis. It is an important diagram as far as sketch and label is concerned. It is structure of anatropous ovule shown in LS or VS form. You are familiar with long form of LS and VS, both are one and same. L indicate longitudinal section which is taken along y axis, उभा घेतलेला section, and also known by term VS, vertical section. Vertical meaning same along y axis. So here you have to prepare this diagram. Very simple diagram is there. I have given simple diagram with important labels. So ovule, it is having two ends. One having what we called opening called micropyle, and opposite is close or blind end, chalaza. And here as micropyle end is present, it is micropylar end. Here it is a body of ovule. Body remain attached to funiculus. Funiculus meaning stalk, also known by term funicle. Now point where stalk remain attached to body is called hilum. What is hilum? Attachment point between stalk of ovule, funiculus and body of ovule. Inside this there is a vascular strand that is having xylem and phloem as vascular tissue. We call this as raphe, provide nourishment, water to the development of ovule. Now here we have seen ovule is integumented structure. So these are two integuments. Generally two integuments are there. That's why ovule is bitegmic. Tegma meaning cover, integument. Sometimes what happens, there is only single integument. We call such ovule as unitegmy. Then after, inside that of inner integument, here these are two layers, outer integument and inner integument. Inner to inner integument, a nutritive tissue is present. We call it as nucellus. What is spelling? Nucellus. Remember this spelling carefully. Nucellus. In this nucellus, development of special sac called embryo sac or what we call female gametophyte take place commonly towards micropylar end. It is inserted or it is present towards micropyle. In a embryo sac, you can observe 3 plus 3 plus here it is a single cell. So it is a 7-celled structure. How many cells? These are 3 plus 3, 6, and here it is a single large cell called central cell. So it is a 7-celled, and count number of nuclei, 8 nuclei are there. 3 plus 3 plus 2. So embryo sac or female gametophyte present in anatropous ovule is 7-celled and 8 nucleate structure. It is a group of 3 cells present towards chalaza, land called antipodal. Similarly, it is a group of 3 more cells but different from antipodal, present towards micropylar end, known by term egg apparatus. What is this? Egg apparatus, where median cell is large, functional, egg cell which is haploid cell, and these are two lateral synergids which help in entry of pollen from micropyle within embryo sac. So that is a simple structure. Draw this diagram carefully. It is commonly asked diagram for 3 marks. So come to revise all this part. Just we have seen stalk or funicle or funiculus. What is it? It attaches ovule with placenta. Placenta is nutritive tissue. In last year we have seen placentation. 4 different types of placentation you have seen. So go through book of 11 and remind that placentation present in flower morphology. Then part remain attached with mature seed is called रॅफी. सो इफ यू ऑब्झर्व एनी ड्राय पल्स, एखादं कडधान्य पाहिलं तर त्याला एक पांढरा ठिपका दिसतो बघा, हा काय असतो? रॅफी. व्हॉट इज फंक्शन ऑफ दॅट स्टॉक? Supplies nourishment, nutrition to the ovule and support that what we call ovule. Then second part is body of ovule. Here body, it is a swollen part attached to the tip of funiculus, attached to the apex of stalk. Point of attachment we have seen, it is a hilum. Now just we have seen body shows important parts which are that upper blind end chalaza, then nutritive tissue nucellus, outer covering either 1 or 2 integuments, opening micropyle, and nucellus contains oval sac called embryo sac. Then important part is nucellus. 2n indicate, yes we know it diploid. Which type of nucellus? It is diploid tissue. It forms main central part of ovule, represent megasporangium proper, megasporangium proper of ovule. So they may match the pair nucellus. What is that nucellus? Megasporangium proper. Just we have seen it consists of diploid parenchyma tissue. In last you have seen parenchyma. It is a living tissue, parenchyma. Then chalaza, basal part of nucellus form from where integument develop. Integument develop from covered or blind region, what we called chalaza. It is a point where of ovule we call it a chalazal end. चलाझा असलेला चलाझल एंड आणि मायक्रोपाईल असलेला मायक्रोपायलर एंड. देन इम्पॉर्टंट प्रोटेक्टिव्ह रिजन इंटिग्युमेंट्स, protective coverings of nucellus. As name indicate, what is function? Protective coverings give protection, surround nucellus completely except small portion at micropylar end. ज्या ठिकाणी मायक्रोपाईल किंवा छोटं ओपनिंग आहे त्या ठिकाणी इंटेग्युमेंट्स नाही. मीनिंग हिअर इंटेग्युमेंट्स सराउंड nucellus except micropylar end. Generally there are 2 integuments, outer and inner. That's why ovule is bitegmy. Then next part it is micropyle. Micro meaning small. Here small opening present at micropylar end which is not covered by integument. आत्ताच आपण वरती पाहिलं मायक्रोपाईलच्या ठिकाणी इंटिग्युमेंट absent असतात. So it is a micropyle opening not covered by integument. Then come important part, embryo sac or female gametophyte. Observe this diagram. This diagram is generally asked for 2 mark question. It is an enlarged view of embryo sac. Here I have written embryo sac, also known by term female gametophyte. So embryo sac having 2 ends, chalazal end and micropylar end. मायक्रोपाईलच्या दिशेला असलेला मायक्रोपायलर एंड आणि अपोजिट वरचा एंड आहे तो कोणता? चलाझल एंड. ॲट चलाझल एंड ग्रुप ऑफ 3 हॅप्लॉइड सेल इज प्रेझेंट फॉर्मिंग अँटीपोडल सेल्स. ॲट micropylar end again there is a group of 3 cell, but median one is larger. This group of 3 cell form egg apparatus. Median one is haploid, fertile, female cell called egg cell, and these two they represent synergid. So that is a important structure diagram of embryo sac. So come to study what is that embryo sac. Just we have seen it is a oval sac present at micropylar end. कुठल्या बाजूला आहे? मायक्रोपाईलच्या साईडला, ओपनिंगच्या साईडला. हॅव्हिंग हाऊ मेनी सेल्स? 7 सेल्ड 8 न्यूक्लिएटेड स्ट्रक्चर. आधीच्या डायग्राममध्ये आपण पाहिलेलं आहे. 7 सेल कोणत्या आणि 8 न्यूक्लिआय कोणती. इट कन्सिस्ट ऑफ एग ॲपॅरेटस, पोलार न्यूक्लिआय. दिस टू आर पोलार न्यूक्लिआय. नंतर हे फ्यूज होतात आणि सिंगल न्यूक्लियस तयार होतं. याला म्हटलं जातं सेकंडरी न्यूक्लियस. हा पार्ट आपण नंतर बघतोय. अँटीपोडल सेल्स, दिस टुगेदर फॉर्म इम्पॉर्टंट सेल्स ऑफ embryo sac. Then just I have told the same part is there. Group of 3 haploid cell present at Chalazal end are antipodal cell. Single large central cell with 2 haploid polar nuclei. Polar nuclei fuse with each other to form diploid secondary nucleus, or which is that definitive nucleus. So here these 2 polar nuclei, formerly they are free. सुरुवातीला वेगवेगळे असतात, नंतर मॅच्युरिटीच्या वेळेला काय होतात? दोन्ही न्यूक्लिया एकमेकाशी फ्यूज होतात आणि सेकंडरी न्यूक्लियस, त्याला अल्टरनेटिव्ह नेम काय आहे? डेफिनेटिव्ह न्यूक्लियस इज प्रोड्यूस. हा सुद्धा एकदा क्वेश्चन येऊन गेलेला आहे. अनदर नेम ऑफ सेकंडरी न्यूक्लियस इज डेफिनेटिव्ह न्यूक्लियस. MCQ ला येऊन गेलेला आहे. देन ग्रुप ऑफ 3 हॅप्लॉइड सेल